Imagine this. A teenage boy cries in his bedroom. His high school basketball coach just told him he's not good enough. Now picture another boy, small, shy, in a doctor's office. The doctor says he'll never grow tall enough to play soccer. These boys are Michael Jordan and Lionel Messi, and they're about to become legends. Welcome back to Learn English with Stories 365. Don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories every day. Did you know Michael Jordan was cut from his high school team at 15? Cut means removed or not chosen, but he didn't quit. Years later, he said, "I've failed over and over, that's why I succeed." And Messi? At age 11, doctors said he had growth hormone deficiency, a condition that stops you from growing. But he practiced every day. He once said, "It took me 17 years to become an overnight success." Overnight success means achieving fame very quickly. But his journey was not quick. How did these two, one called too weak, the other too small, become the greatest in history? Was it talent? Luck? No. It was failure, perseverance, not giving up, and dedication, working hard for a goal. In this video, you'll learn English through their unbelievable stories. We'll explore how Jordan's work ethic, his way of working, changed basketball forever, how Messi's humility, being modest, made him a hero, and the secrets behind their success. Ready to begin? Let's jump into the highlight reel. Part 1. The highlight reel. Let's start with the best moments, the triumphs that made the world scream their names. First, Michael Jordan. Picture this. 1997, the NBA Finals. Jordan has a terrible fever. He can barely stand. But he scores 38 points. This is called the flu game. Flu means a sickness with fever and weakness. But Jordan showed mental toughness, the ability to stay strong in your mind, even when your body is weak. Now, Messi. 2022, the World Cup final. Argentina is losing 2-0. Messi doesn't panic. He scores 2 goals, then wins the trophy. After 4 failed finals, this was his redemption, a word meaning proving yourself after failure. Messi cried, and millions cried with him. Why? Because his story isn't just about soccer, it's about never losing hope. Did you know? Jordan won 6 NBA championships. 6. And he won the MVP award 5 times. MVP means most valuable player. But here's a secret. Jordan hated losing more than he loved winning. He once said, "If you quit once, it becomes a habit. Never quit." Messi? He won the Ballon d'Or 8 times, the most in history. The Ballon d'Or is soccer's biggest award. But Messi's greatest skill isn't his feet. It's his vision, the ability to see opportunities others miss. His coach said, "Messi plays chess while others play checkers." But let's rewind. Before the trophies, before the fame, both men were underestimated. Underestimated means people thought they were not good enough. Jordan was called too skinny. Messi was too short. But they used these insults as fuel, something that gives you energy to keep going. Jordan's lesson? Preparation. He practiced harder than anyone. Even his teammates said, playing against Jordan in practice was scarier than real games. Messi's lesson? Patience. He joined Barcelona's youth academy at 13. For years he trained in silence. No fame, no glory, just hard work. Here's a fun fact. Jordan retired from basketball in 1993 to play baseball. Retired means stopped working. Everyone was shocked. But Jordan said, "I need new challenges." He wasn't afraid to start over. And Messi? His first contract with Barcelona was written on a napkin, a paper you use to clean your mouth. The club's director didn't have proper paper, so he wrote, "We promise to sign Messi." That napkin changed soccer history. What's the big lesson here? Greatness isn't born, it's built. Jordan and Messi weren't natural talents. They became legends through repetition, doing something again and again. Jordan shot thousands of free throws. Messi dribbled for hours after school, but their stories aren't finished yet. In the next parts, we'll go back to where it all began, to the moments they almost gave up. How did a boy cut from his team become Air Jordan? How did a sick kid from Argentina carry a nation on his back? Stay tuned. Part 2. Jordan's Background. Let's rewind time to the beginning. Before the championships, before the fame, Michael Jordan was just a kid from North Carolina with a big dream. But his story didn't start with success. It started with rejection. In 1978, 15-year-old Michael tried out for his high school basketball team. He was devastated, extremely sad when the coach cut him. Cut means removed from the team. Why? The coach said he was too short and not skilled enough. Imagine how that felt. But Michael didn't cry and give up. He used that rejection as motivation, a reason to work harder. Did you know? After being cut, Jordan grew 10 centimeters, 4 inches in one summer. He practiced for hours every day, even tying his shoes to the basketball net so he could dunk. Dunk means to jump and slam the ball into the net. His mother said, Michael's obsession was born from that rejection. By his senior year, Jordan was the star player. Colleges noticed him, and he earned a scholarship, free education for playing sports, to the University of North Carolina, UNC. In 1982, as a freshman, he made the game-winning shot in the NCAA championship. The crowd went wild. Teammates carried him off the court. Jordan later said, "That shot gave me confidence I could compete with anyone." In 1984, Jordan entered the NBA draft, where teams pick new players. The Chicago Bulls chose him third. People criticized this decision, saying Jordan was just a dunker and not a team player. But Jordan proved them wrong. In his first season, he won the Rookie of the Year award, Best New Player. Fans loved his aggressive style, playing with high energy and passion. But Jordan wanted more. He trained harder than anyone. Teammates called him a perfectionist, someone who wants everything to be perfect. After losing to the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs 3 times, Jordan spent his summers lifting weights and studying his opponents. Finally, in 1991, he won his first NBA championship. He cried holding the trophy, saying, "This is for everyone who doubted me." Then came the flu game in 1997. During the NBA Finals, Jordan had a high fever and couldn't even eat. But he played 44 minutes, scoring 38 points. After the game, he collapsed into his teammates' arms. This game became a symbol of his determination, never stopping, no matter how hard things get. Jordan shocked the world in 1993 when he retired, stopped playing to try baseball. Many thought his career was over. But in 1995, he returned to basketball with 2 simple words: "I'm back." He won 3 more championships, creating a dynasty, a period of total dominance with the Chicago Bulls. After retiring for good in 2003, Jordan didn't disappear. He became the first former player to own an NBA team, the Charlotte Hornets. He also built the Air Jordan brand, worth billions of dollars. Jordan's legacy, what people remember you for, isn't just about sports. It's about turning no into watch me. So what can we learn? Jordan's story teaches perseverance, never quitting, and the power of self-belief. Even when the world says you can't, keep working. As Jordan said, some people want it to happen. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen, but our story isn't over yet. Next up, a small boy in Argentina who doctors said would never play soccer. How did he become Lionel Messi? Stay with us. Part 3. Messi's background. Now let's travel to Rosario, Argentina, a small city with big dreams. This is where Lionel Messi's story begins. But unlike Jordan, Messi's challenges started not on the field, but in a doctor's office. At age 11, Messi was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency, a condition that stops you from growing. Doctors said he would never be tall enough to play soccer professionally. His family couldn't afford the expensive treatment, $900 a month. But Messi didn't let this stop him. He kept playing even when other kids laughed at his size. Did you know? Messi's first contract with Barcelona was written on a napkin, a piece of paper you used to clean your mouth. The club's director didn't have proper paper, so he wrote, "We promise to sign Messi." That napkin changed soccer history. Barcelona offered to pay for Messi's medical treatment if he moved to Spain. At just 13 years old, Messi left his family and joined Barcelona's youth academy, La Masia. It was a huge sacrifice. He was homesick and struggled to make friends. But Messi had one thing: passion. He practiced every day, often staying on the field long after others went home. In 2004, at 17, Messi made his debut, first appearance, for Barcelona's senior team. Fans immediately noticed his magic, his ability to dribble past defenders like they weren't even there. But Messi wasn't just fast. He was creative, always finding new ways to score. By 2009, Messi was the best player in the world. He won his first Ballon d'Or, soccer's biggest award, and helped Barcelona win 6 trophies in 1 year. This is called a sextuple. Messi's humility, being modest, made him even more loved. He never bragged about his success. But Messi's journey wasn't perfect. With Argentina's national team, he faced heartbreak, deep sadness, losing 4 major finals. Critics said he couldn't win without Barcelona. Messi felt so much pressure that he quit from the national team in 2016. But his love for Argentina brought him back. In 2021, Messi finally won the Copa America, his first major trophy with Argentina. The next year, he led Argentina to the World Cup. In the final, they were losing 2-0. Messi didn't panic. He scored 2 goals, and Argentina won. Messi cried, and millions cried with him. This was his redemption, proving himself after years of failure. Off the field, Messi is a philanthropist, someone who helps others. He built a hospital for sick children and donated millions to charity. Messi once said, "I'm more proud of the hospital than my trophies." So what's Messi's lesson? Never let your size or your struggles define you. Messi was too small, but he became the greatest. He faced heartbreak, but he never gave up. As Messi said, It took me 17 years to become an overnight success. But wait, how do Jordan and Messi compare? What makes them similar? What makes them different? Let's dive into the details next. Part 4. Leadership Styles. Now, let's talk about leadership. Both Michael Jordan and Lionel Messi are legends, but their leadership styles are polar opposites, completely different. Jordan was like a storm, loud, intense, and demanding. Messi? He was more like a quiet river, calm, steady, and inspiring. Let's break it down. First, Michael Jordan. Jordan was a perfectionist, someone who wants everything to be perfect. He pushed his teammates harder than anyone. In practices, he would trash talk, challenge them, and even fight. Why? Because he believed pressure creates diamonds. He once said, "If you're afraid to fail, you're already failing." Jordan's leadership was about accountability, making sure everyone took responsibility. If a teammate wasn't working hard, Jordan would call them out. He wasn't always nice, but he got results. His teammate Scottie Pippen said, "Playing with Jordan was exhausting, but it made us champions." Jordan also led by example. In the 1997 flu game, he played with a high fever and still scored 38 points. His teammates saw this and thought, "If he can do that, I can push harder too." Jordan's leadership wasn't just about winning games. It was about creating a winning culture, a mindset where everyone strives to be the best. Now, let's look at Messi. Messi's leadership style is the opposite of Jordan's. He's quiet, humble, and leads by actions, not words. Messi doesn't yell at his teammates. Instead, he inspires them with his work ethic, how hard he works. Did you know? Messi rarely gives interviews. He prefers to let his performance, how he plays, speak for him. In the 2022 World Cup, when Argentina was losing 2-0, Messi didn't scream at his team. He stayed calm, scored 2 goals, and led them to victory. His teammate Angel Di Maria said, "When Messi is calm, we all feel calm." Messi also shows empathy, understanding others' feelings. In 2021, after winning the Copa America, Messi noticed a young teammate crying. He walked over, hugged him, and said, "This is your moment too." This moment went viral because it showed Messi's humility. He never forgets where he came from. So what's the difference? Jordan was a general, leading from the front, demanding excellence. Messi is a mentor, guiding quietly, inspiring through actions. Both styles work, but they're very different. Here's a fun comparison. Imagine Jordan and Messi as teachers. Jordan would be the strict teacher who gives lots of homework and expects perfection. Messi would be the kind teacher who helps you quietly and makes you believe in yourself. But here's the big question. Which style is better? The answer is, it depends. Jordan's style worked for the Chicago Bulls because they needed someone to push them. Messi's style worked for Argentina because they needed someone to unite them. What can we learn from this? Leadership isn't about being loud or quiet. It's about understanding your team and doing what's best for them. As Jordan said, earn your leadership every day. And as Messi showed, sometimes the quietest voices have the biggest impact. Next, we'll explore how both legends handled failure. Spoiler alert, it wasn't easy. Stay tuned. Part 5. Handling failure. Failure. It's a word no one likes, but everyone faces. For Michael Jordan and Lionel Messi, failure wasn't the end. It was the beginning. Let's dive into how these two legends turned their biggest setbacks into comebacks. First, Michael Jordan. Jordan's story is full of failures, but the most famous one happened when he was just 15. He tried out for his high school basketball team and was removed from the team. The coach said he was too short and not skilled enough. Imagine how that felt. But Jordan didn't cry and give up. He used that rejection as motivation, a reason to work harder. Did you know? After being cut, Jordan grew 10 centimeters, 4 inches in one summer. He practiced for hours every day, even tying his shoes to the basketball net so he could dunk. His mother said, Michael's obsession was born from that rejection. Jordan's next big failure came in the NBA. In the late 1980s, his team, the Chicago Bulls, kept losing to the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs. The Pistons were bigger, stronger, and more aggressive. They even created a strategy called the Jordan Rules, a plan to stop Jordan at all costs. But Jordan didn't give up. He spent his summers lifting weights and studying the Pistons' plays. Finally, in 1991, he beat them and won his first NBA championship. Jordan later said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over. That's why I succeed. Now let's look at Messi. Messi's failures were different, but just as painful. With Argentina's national team, he lost 4 major finals, the 2014 World Cup, and 3 Copa America tournaments. Each loss hurt more than the last. Critics said Messi couldn't win without Barcelona. Some even called him a choker, someone who fails under pressure. In 2016, after losing another Copa America final, Messi was devastated, extremely sad. He announced his retirement from the national team, saying, I've done everything I can, but it's not enough. But Messi's love for Argentina brought him back. He returned to the team, determined to prove the critics wrong. In 2021, he finally won the Copa America, his first major trophy with Argentina. The next year, he led Argentina to the World Cup. In the final, they were losing 2-0. Messi didn't panic. He scored 2 goals, and Argentina won. Messi cried, and millions cried with him. This was his redemption, proving himself after years of failure. So, how do Jordan and Messi compare when it comes to failure? Both used their setbacks as fuel, something that gives you energy to keep going, but their approaches were different. Jordan was aggressive. He attacked his failures head-on. He practiced harder, studied his opponents, and never backed down. Messi was resilient. He kept trying even when the pain felt unbearable. He stayed calm under pressure and trusted his team. Here's a fun comparison. Imagine Jordan and Messi as students who failed a test. Jordan would study day and night, determined to ace the next one. Messi would stay calm, learn from his mistakes, and quietly prepare for the next challenge. What's the lesson here? Failure isn't the end. It's a stepping stone, a way to move forward. As Jordan said, failure is the key to success. And as Messi showed, sometimes you have to fall before you can rise. Next, we'll explore their global impact. How did Jordan change basketball forever? How did Messi inspire a nation? Stay tuned. Part 6. Global Impact. Michael Jordan and Lionel Messi didn't just change their sports, they changed the world. Their influence goes far beyond basketball courts and soccer fields. Let's explore how these two legends became global icons and what their impact means for millions of people. First, Michael Jordan. Jordan didn't just play basketball, he redefined it. Before Jordan, basketball was popular, but it wasn't a global phenomenon. Jordan's charisma, his charm and confidence made him a superstar. His dunks were so high and powerful that fans called him Air Jordan. But Jordan's impact wasn't just about his skills, it was about his brand. In 1984, Nike created the Air Jordan sneaker. At first, the NBA banned the shoes because they didn't match team colors. But Jordan wore them anyway and paid the fines. This made the shoes even more popular. Today, Air Jordan is a billion-dollar brand, and the sneakers are a symbol of coolness and success. Jordan also helped globalize the NBA. In the 1990s, he became the face of the league. Kids in Europe, Asia, and Africa wanted to be like Mike. The NBA started broadcasting games worldwide, and basketball became a global sport. Jordan's legacy, what people remember him for, isn't just his championships. It's how he made basketball a part of world culture. Off the court, Jordan is a philanthropist, someone who helps others. He's donated millions to education, health, and social justice causes. In 2020, he pledged $100 million to fight racial inequality. Jordan once said, "To whom much is given, much is expected." Now, let's talk about Messi. Messi's impact on soccer is just as huge. He's not just a player, he's a symbol of hope. For millions in Latin America, Messi's story is proof that no dream is too big. Did you know? Messi's hometown, Rosario, has a mural of him that's 20 meters tall. Fans visit it like a shrine. Messi's success has inspired a generation of young players in Argentina and beyond. His humility, being modest, makes him even more loved. He's never forgotten where he came from. Messi's influence also extends to philanthropy. He built a hospital for sick children in Argentina and donated millions to UNICEF. Messi once said, "I'm more proud of the hospital than my trophies." But Messi's biggest impact might be emotional. In 2022, when he led Argentina to the World Cup, it wasn't just a victory, it was a healing moment. Argentina had faced economic crises and social unrest. Messi's win brought the country together. Fans cried, hugged, and celebrated in the streets. Messi became a symbol of resilience, the ability to keep going, no matter how hard things get. So, how do Jordan and Messi compare in terms of global impact? Both are icons, symbols of greatness, but their influence is different. Jordan's impact is about culture. He turned basketball into a global phenomenon and created a brand that's still relevant today. Messi's impact is about emotion. He inspires hope, unity, and resilience, especially in Latin America. Here's a fun comparison. Imagine Jordan and Messi as artists. Jordan is like a rock star, bold, flashy, and unforgettable. Messi is like a classical musician, quiet, timeless, and deeply moving. What's the lesson here? Greatness isn't just about what you achieve, it's about how you inspire others. As Jordan said, you have to expect things of yourself before you can do them. And as Messi showed, sometimes the greatest victories are the ones that heal. Next, we'll focus on English learning. What language lessons can we take from Jordan and Messi's stories? Stay tuned. Part 7. English Learning Focus. Now that we've explored the incredible stories of Michael Jordan and Lionel Messi, let's focus on what you came here for: learning English. Their journeys are full of powerful language lessons. Let's break down some key vocabulary, phrases, and grammar points you can use in your everyday life. First, let's look at vocabulary. Here are 5 words from Jordan's story. Perseverance. Noun. Not giving up even when things are hard. Example: Jordan's perseverance made him a champion. Legacy. Noun. What people remember you for after you're gone. Example: Jordan's legacy includes 6 NBA championships. Dynasty. Noun. A period of total dominance or success. Example: the Chicago Bulls created a dynasty in the 1990s. Accountability. Noun. Taking responsibility for your actions. Example: Jordan believed in accountability. He never blamed others. Motivation. Noun. A reason to work harder. Example: being cut from his team gave Jordan motivation. And here are 5 words from Messi's story. Resilience. Noun. The ability to keep going, no matter how hard things get. Example: Messi's resilience helped him win the World Cup. Humility. Noun. Being modest, not bragging. Example: Messi's humility makes him a role model. Redemption. Noun. Succeeding after past failures. Example: winning the World Cup was Messi's redemption. Philanthropist. Noun. Someone who helps others through charity. Example: Messi is a philanthropist who built a hospital. Debut. Noun. The first appearance in a professional setting. Example: Messi made his debut for Barcelona at 17. Next, let's look at phrases. These are expressions you can use in conversations or writing. Turn setbacks into comebacks. Use failures to succeed. Example: Jordan turned being cut from his team into a comeback story. Stay calm under pressure. Keep cool in tough situations. Example: Messi stayed calm under pressure during the World Cup final. Lead by example. Show others how to act through your actions. Example: both Jordan and Messi lead by example. Against all odds, succeeding despite challenges. Example: Messi won the World Cup against all odds. Hard work pays off. Effort leads to success. Example: Jordan proved that hard work pays off. Now, let's talk about grammar. Here are 2 key grammar points from their stories. Past simple tense, used for actions finished in the past. Example: Jordan won 6 championships. Example: Messi scored 2 goals in the final. Present perfect tense, used for actions that happened at an unspecified time or continue to the present. Example: Jordan has inspired millions of fans. Example: Messi has become a global icon. Here's a tip. Use the past simple for specific events, like winning a game, and the present perfect for general achievements, like inspiring people. Finally, let's practice with some discussion questions. Think about these and share your answers in the comments. If you could borrow one trait from Jordan or Messi, which would it be? Share a time when you turned a setback into a comeback. Remember, learning English is like sports. It takes practice. As Jordan said, you have to expect things of yourself before you can do them. And as Messi showed, it takes time to become an overnight success. And there you have it, the incredible journeys of Michael Jordan and Lionel Messi, two legends who turned failure into greatness. From Jordan's high school rejection to Messi's growth hormone struggles, their stories remind us that success isn't about where you start. It's about how hard you're willing to work. Jordan taught us the power of perseverance, never giving up no matter how many times you fall. Messi showed us the strength of resilience, staying calm under pressure and trusting the process. Together, they proved that greatness isn't born, it's built. But their impact goes beyond sports. Jordan changed basketball forever, turning it into a global phenomenon. Messi inspired millions, especially in Latin America, showing that no dream is too big. Both legends remind us that true success isn't just about winning, it's about inspiring others. So what's your takeaway? Whether you're learning English, chasing a dream, or facing a challenge, remember, failure isn't the end. It's the beginning. As Jordan said, some people want it to happen. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen. And as Messi showed, sometimes you have to fall before you can rise. Now it's your turn. Share in the comments. Who's your hero, Jordan or Messi? Or tell us about a time you turned a setback into a comeback. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Learn English with Stories 365, and hit the bell icon for more inspiring stories to help you learn English. Thanks for watching, and remember, greatness is within your reach. Keep going.